doing all that talking online, but when it comes to the proof, it is in the pudding. When it comes to the numbers, when it comes to the black and the white.
And people didn't notice the game. They're noticing it now. Well, that's because of Caitlin Clark, not Angel Reese. Angel Reese has played a role in this, and she's a very good player.
I'm the reason these seats are filled, not her. That's what Angel Reese has basically been saying, while Caitlin Clark arenas sell out everywhere. Dan Patrick just called this out in the most brutal way possible, suggesting Reese is playing the villain on purpose to boost her brand. The stats don't lie, viewership spikes whenever Clark plays, but Reese wants that spotlight too. Patrick compared her strategy to Draymond Green's controversial NBA persona, and Reese fans are absolutely furious. But what if he's right? What if this whole rivalry is more calculated than anyone realized? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Let's talk about what Dan Patrick just said that has Angel Reese fans absolutely fuming. The veteran sports commentator dropped a bombshell on his show when he compared Angel Reese to none other than Draymond Green. Yeah, that Draymond Green, the NBA's most notorious villain. Patrick didn't hold back, suggesting that Reese is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers with her rivalry against Caitlin Clark. What exactly did Patrick say? He broke it down like this. I think Angel Reese is smart enough to know I can be the Draymond Green here. He pointed out how Reese seems to understand that being the villain opposite Clark's Golden Girl image.
She is a social media star, and she has capitalized on that. And maybe she embraces being the villain.
If Caitlin Clark is on the team, it becomes the right team. Because Caitlin Clark is on it. It's like saying Michael Jordan's not on the right team.
Gives her a unique marketing position in the WNBA. Patrick believes it's a calculated business move, and that's what has Reese supporters absolutely livid. Social media exploded immediately after Patrick's comments. Reese fans fired back that he's trying to strip away her authenticity, painting her as some kind of scheming mastermind instead of someone who's just being herself. One viral tweet with over 30,000 likes read, Dan Patrick really thinks a 22-year-old black woman needs to manufacture personality to succeed. Angel Reese is just being Angel Reese. The backlash was swift and intense, but Patrick didn't make this comparison out of nowhere. Remember that Sky Fever matchup where Reese appeared to make contact with Clark's head during a play? That moment went viral, with fans divided on whether it was intentional or just physical basketball. Patrick specifically referenced this incident, suggesting it fits a pattern of Reese deliberately creating confrontational moments that generate headlines.
Clark now has an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that will include her own signature shoe. The deal is the richest sponsorship contract for a women's basketball player.
And I don't care who it is. Angel Reese got fouled earlier this season in a game against the Connecticut Sun. That was a dirty play. And I don't know if anybody singled that out.
After that game, Reese's post-game comments raised eyebrows too. When asked about Clark's impact, she redirected, I've been filling these seats out too. I've been doing this for 2 years. She didn't acknowledge Clark's performance directly, but made sure to emphasize her own contribution to the league's growing popularity. It's exactly this kind of response that Patrick pointed to as evidence of her strategic positioning. The numbers don't lie though, something Patrick was quick to highlight. When Clark plays, WNBA arenas are seeing 98% capacity on average compared to just 74% when she's not on the court. The Indiana Fever's road games are drawing nearly 12,000 fans per game, up from under 7,000 last season. TV ratings have exploded too, with ESPN reporting a 163% increase for games featuring Clark.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up.
If she would have left it with what she had to say right before the last couple of words, I would have been fine with it. She's embraced the villain. She understands social media. She's done quite well.
These aren't just good numbers. They're transformational for a league that's fought for attention for decades. So, is Reese following Draymond Green's blueprint? Green has turned his villain status into serious cash. His podcast, The Draymond Green Show, reportedly earns him over $10 million annually. He's got a multi-year deal with TNT as an analyst. His endorsement portfolio includes major brands like Converse and Lobos 1707 tequila. Being the bad guy has been very, very good for Draymond's bank account. Reese seems to be building her own empire in a similar way. She's already signed deals with Reebok and Beats. Her social media following has exploded to over 3 million on Instagram alone.
When we were in college, I don't know, it's cool, like getting to see one of your best friends live out her dream and then play against each other by the same time.
She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark.
Her Unapologetically Angel podcast launched with serious buzz. Every controversial moment seems to translate directly into more followers, more visibility, and potentially more dollars. The real question is, will this strategy work long-term for Reese? On one hand, the villain role creates tremendous attention. Every Fever Sky matchup becomes must-see TV. On the other hand, it could limit certain endorsement opportunities if brands view her as too controversial. There's a fine line between provocative and problematic that even Green has struggled with at times in his career. When you put Reese and Green side by side, the parallels are striking. Both excel at getting under opponents' skin. Both leverage media appearances to amplify their personas. Both understand that in professional sports, attention equals opportunity. Both have mastered the art of the soundbite that drives conversation for days.
I'm entertained by this.
We have a different kind of relationship. We've been through a lot of the same things. A lot of people have misconceptions about us.
Eyeballs on the WNBA really have to do with Caitlin Clark. Now, you might, if you stay long enough, maybe you'll see something or someone there you go, okay.
And crucially, both have found ways to monetize the very controversy they create. Green tweets provocative takes about current players. Reese posts subtle shade on social media about Clark. Green has his podcast where he controls his own narrative. Reese launched hers for the same reason. Green embraces the villain role while still demanding respect for his game. Reese consistently emphasizes she deserves recognition for her skills regardless of how people feel about her personality. And what's crazy is that Dan Patrick just dropped a bomb that many aren't ready to admit. When Patrick said Clark is the singular force behind the WNBA's surge, he touched a nerve that's causing instant rage. The numbers don't lie. Clark's impact on viewership and attendance is unprecedented. This Clark-Reese dynamic is exactly what the WNBA needed, whether it's calculated or not. It's turning women's basketball into must-see entertainment. But here's the million-dollar question. Can Angel sustain this villain persona long-term without it limiting her brand potential? What do you think? Is Patrick right about Clark being the true catalyst? Drop your thoughts below.